Okay, I'm going to show on this problem how we would graph in my math lab. So part A is already completed, and that is the vertex of our parabola. And so we've got this quadratic function up above, f of x equals x squared minus x minus 3. Part A asked us to find the vertex and axis of symmetry, which we've done here. And then part B says graph the function. So certainly we want to use our vertex as one point when we are graphing this function. And then we just need one more point in order for my math lab to graph this for us. So using the function up above, f of x equals x squared minus x minus 3, we can just on paper here say, okay, if I pick any point for x, and I always try to save work for myself, so I like to use 0 if possible. With this function, if x is 0, we plug in 0 for every x, and we get f of 0 is equal to 0 squared minus 0 minus 3. So f of 0, our function at 0, is equal to negative 3. That means we have another point, 0, negative 3, on this parabola. So I am going to graph with my parabola tool on this rectangular coordinate system up above using the vertex that you see on the left there, 1/2, negative 13/4, and 0, negative 3, the second point I just found on paper here. So one thing that we want to make sure we understand is when they give us our vertex as a fraction, it may help us to put it as a decimal, to put these numbers in decimal form for when we're looking at our rectangular coordinate system. And so obviously 1/2 is 0.5, and then if you take negative 13 and divide it by 4, you're going to get negative 3.25. So really the 2 points I'm going to work with on my graph up above are, the first one is 0, negative 3. And then the vertex, which actually I want to plot that first. I should have said my first point is my vertex, and that is 0.5, negative 3.25. Okay, so I kind of messed up when I was talking there, but the first one I want to plot down is the vertex of the parabola, 0.5, negative 3.25, and then the second point is going to be 0, negative 3. And you could have picked a different second point. I just chose 0 because it's so easy to work with. So what I would do, since we've got decimals, is I would enlarge my graph. And I do that by clicking this magnifying glass up here in the corner. So you can see that I can do normal, medium, or I can maximize it. So I'm just going to click medium there. And that looks big enough. So you can see with my x axis here and my y axis that I've got 0.25, 0.5, 0.75, and then 1. So this is broken into fourths. And so what I will do is I will click my vertical parabola tool, and I know I want the vertical because this really, my function is of the form y is equal to, the x squared. And so I know it's going to be a vertical parabola. If it was like x equals y squared, it would be the horizontal parabola tool. So we click on the vertical parabola tool, and I'm going to go with my vertex first. So my vertex, remember, is 0.5, which really is right here. And you can see up in the yellow part, up here it's going to list exactly where I'm at. So you know before you click, because if you click wrong, you'll have to cancel it out. So I know I want to stay at 0.5 for my x value, and I need to go down negative 3.25. And so I try to stay on this 0.5 and keep checking in that yellow box to make sure you're staying at 0.5. I know it kind of wiggles on you. So now I need to go to negative 3.25. So if you look up in the yellow box there, I'm right at 0.5, negative 3.25. So click, and you've got your parabola. Now, don't click off of it. You can just move this, and you can see when I'm moving my cursor, it's creating different shapes, of different widths of my parabola. So now I need to find my second point, 0, negative 3. So go up to 0, and I go down 3, 0, negative 3. And I'm right there. You can see in the yellow box, 0, negative 3. So I click that, and now I click save. So I've drawn my parabola, and there it is when I click save, and now I can just check my answer.